since I've done a vlog, so I'm gonna do a vlog. And fair warning, it's a TMI vlog. Although, not that TMI, it's just little big bros, but more as a warning tale of what not to do. And if you clicked on this, you must be at least a little okay with hearing about it, if not seeing about it. I will give you guys a warning when to look away if you do not want to see it. But yeah, so, as you can surmise from the title of this vlog, I got a mildly bad blister on my foot the other day when, those of you who follow me on Instagram saw the day I went for a walk. I got really overly ambitious that day, and instead of just doing my normal loop around the neighborhood, I went up the double hill that literally goes up a mile. That is not an exaggeration. That is how big the hill is. I went from literally 0 to giant hill without thinking I needed to work up to it because I am a moron and I never learn. It never goes any better. Anytime I have ever done this, it always ends badly, and it ended up the same exact way as it usually does. At least this time I only ended up with 2 blisters instead of them literally being all the hell over my feet like they were with my old pair of shoes. So, okay, I'm getting better at picking shoes, but yeah, so basically right, like, where your toe meets the ball of your foot, right there, it ended up in the same spot on both feet. Big friggity whoop, they're not the worst ones I ever had. But on one side, it's worse than the other, because one of my legs is a little shorter than the other, so I kind of have a weird walk. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, day 1 of this, I decided I'm going to leave them the hell alone this time, and I'm going to just let them heal the way nature intended. And hopefully it'll go better than it usually does, because usually I have the horrible habit of fucking with them. And I don't know why I can't resist it or just cannot leave them be. But, alright, so I made it through the first day. By day 2, I was okay with leaving one alone, but the bigger one, it was getting, like, really uncomfortably full. And I was like, alright, well, I did read somewhere that if you put a teeny little pinhole towards one edge of it and one on the opposite edge, just very, very tiny, and gently squeeze out the fluid, and then leave it the hell alone, do not peel off the rest of the dead skin over it, that skin will adhere to the skin underneath and be like nature's Band-Aid and be fine. So I did that, blah blah blah, I won't bore you with that because it is kind of an icky process, but okay, that part was fine, not a problem. And then the next day rolled around and it started to feel really uncomfortably tight and itchy, as things do when they start to heal. And even though I had succeeded at leaving the other one alone, which by that point was actually getting miles better, I decided in my infinite wisdom, I know I'm not supposed to. I know it'll probably make it worse, but maybe I'm wrong this time. Maybe if I'm really careful in how I do it, maybe if I take off that dead skin, it'll be okay this time. Am I just fucking stupid? Like, it has never ended well. It will never end well from doing that, because that is the worst thing you can do for a blister, because all you have just done is expose raw, undeveloped skin underneath that is not ready to be the top layer of skin yet, and it's already irritated from having a blister over it. That's why the blister's there, and you've just exposed it to the world. And sure, initially, it'll feel good for like an hour, tops, before it'll start to hurt. And sure enough, even in trying to keep it elevated to maybe keep some of the inflammation down, I figured maybe it'll be okay to walk on it. So I go and I get the mail, and it's starting to ache a little bit, but not anything terrible yet. So I just made a point of keeping it clean, and that was about that. However, by last night, it was once again feeling really uncomfortably tight as the skin was trying its damnedest to heal, as that is what happens with a blister, and it was starting to just really ache, and I was thinking, maybe if I, like, put some lotion on it, maybe it would help, like, the 2 layers of skin glide against each other a little easier. Maybe it wouldn't hurt so bad or feel like it's about to rip off or anything. maybe the extra moisture would help it heal faster. So I got some Eucerin that's meant for really extra dry, extra damaged skin, and I very carefully and lightly put it on it. And then I decided, wow, that absorbed really fast. Maybe I should put a little more on there and get it all around the edges of where I'd peeled it back. And for about a minute, it seemed okay. I didn't notice anything out of the usual, so I decided, okay, maybe I'll go back to my room now. No big deal, no big thing. Did not even make it out that bathroom door, and all of a sudden, it kicked in. It felt like somebody had, jammed my foot in a vat of acid, and that is not an exaggeration. Oh my god, just horrible, horrible pain I would not wish on anybody. Just burned so badly, and that was just within the first minute. Over the next 5, it just escalated and snowballed really, really fast and really intensely, and I was just like, oh my god, what have I done? What the hell have I done? And I looked down at it, and it's bright, angry red. I was like, okay, what I just did was obviously the wrong answer. Holy crap, what do I do now? How do I fix it? What do I do? And I'm just panicking. I'm not thinking clearly. Obviously, I wasn't thinking clearly to think putting lotion on it was a good idea. So I run right back in there. And I put ice cold water on in the faucet, and I hoist my leg up and try to get it under the water, and I start thinking, maybe if I just let it soak, it'd be more gentle than having the rush from the faucet beating against it. So I let it fill up a little, and I kept my foot in there, and I probably sat there a good half hour. Well, stood there. If I had been a smart person, I would have cleared off my counter and sat there and just dunked my foot in it. But no, I'm a freaking artard. So I stood there trying to hoist my leg up like this onto the sink, because I'm a short person, so this was not easy for me. And just very awkwardly standing there while my other leg cramped like crazy. I'm just like, I just want to go to bed, but it hurts so bad. And this was not good, but after I let it soak long enough, I guess the cold water kind of numbed it enough to where I wasn't really feeling it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to very, very carefully, without putting any weight on that part of that foot, get from this room to my bed and prop it up and try to go to sleep and hope like hell it feels better in the morning. Which, thankfully for me, it did, and actually, weirdly, today doesn't really hurt very much, but it's still pretty darker red. So, fair warning, anyone who does not want to see this, or just doesn't like feet, or anything, look away. I will tell you when to look back, when it's safe, but for those who want to see the horrible little thing that I am talking about, I'm gonna pick my foot up, so you can see this very angry looking thing that is trying its hardest to heal right now. So, look away if need be. Do you see this painful thing here? Yeah, my foot's a little bit dirty because I went and got the mail again and I have flip-flop on. Now, do you see how angry that is? Okay, the foot is gone. You can turn back to the screen now if you turn away. Yeah, I have to admit, it doesn't feel good today. But it doesn't burn like the fire of a million suns either, like it did last night. Just, oh my god. So, here's the takeaway lesson from that. A, do not cut the dead skin off of the top of a blister. And B, if you do make that mistake, don't put freaking lotion on it. Oh my god. I mean, I made sure it wasn't scented or anything, because I know that would be an irritant. I knew that right off the bat. This was unscented and meant for sensitive skin, damaged skin. I thought it would be okay. I thought wrong. Never doing that again. I can't promise that I won't make the mistake with the dead skin part again, because given my life, I probably will, because I seem to always forget this in the moment when I have a blister, even though at the time I always swear I'm never doing that again next time I get one, and then the next time rolls around and lo and behold, I do it again, because I'm freaking genius. But yeah, that would be the takeaway here. I mentioned it to my dad, and he was like, why didn't you just put Neosporin on it? I was like, mostly because I didn't think of it. That probably would have been a much smarter thing, although there's no guarantee that that wouldn't have ended up hurting like a bitch either, but yeah, so apparently according to him, that is more proper protocol for if you're going to put something on something like that. It's supposed to be Neosporin, and you're supposed to put a bandage over, which, actually, I knew the bandage part logically, but for that placement on my foot, I couldn't quite figure out how I would get, because part of that blister almost gets up, like, between the big toe and index toe. Well, I don't know if those names still apply with toes as they do with fingers, but yeah, so I was like, I don't know if I could do it to where it wouldn't just want to peel off every 2 seconds every time I take a step. So I was like, I'll just try to walk really carefully and see if I can make do without a bandage. And then I was thinking, so if I wanted a bandage, why did I cut off the stupid dead skin? It would have been nature's bandage. I'm stupid, what can I tell you? But at least in my stupidity, I can hopefully spare you guys some stupidity, because apparently this isn't that uncommon of a thing to fall prey to, as Google told me. So, yeah, that. Don't do that thing. It is a very painful thing. You do not want to do the thing. So, alright, that is all I have to say here. I apologize for being so TMI and so gross, but had to be said, because at least if some good can come out of this, of somebody not repeating that mistake, then I guess it served some purpose for happening. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, I will be back tomorrow with more videos, so till next time, bye!